Hi everyone, this is Valerie McNeil from Ginger's Eclectic Life on Etsy, and today I thought I would do a tutorial slash craft with me video on making some library pockets. I do have a tutorial already on library pockets, but I was doing some different variations with them, so I thought I would do a quick review on how I make the library pockets and then show you some variations and you can craft along with me if you like, and I'll make some more. So I'll show you some of the things I have. I have this pocket with some stuff on the front there. I have this one, I stamped Dream across the front and embellished. I have this one that I've embellished with fabric scraps and book page paper. You can just glue them into a junk journal. And I'll show you this one. This is a larger one. And then I have this one. This is kind of what we're going to be working on today. It's a double one. So I have the pocket behind here, and then I have the front library pocket. So that's kind of what we're going to work on today. So I'll just do show you how to make one library pocket. So I have, this is a piece of drawer liner that I found at the dollar store. I got 6 big pieces of this paper in a rolled box for $1 or $2, and it's really, really pretty. I like the colors. So I just cut a part of this. No specific size. This is probably about 7 by 5. 7 by 5, something like that. I don't measure, I just make them with whatever size I have. So you're going to take this rectangle, whatever size of your choice, and then I'm going to fold it like so. I don't measure that, I just kind of eyeball, fold it like that, and then fold it so it overlaps about 1/2 inch, 3/4 inch. And then take the bottom, fold it up. So then you have this. So then I'm going to unfold it. And you can see this little rectangle here and this little rectangle here. I'm going to cut along those lines. And I have some couple of little scraps here, good for making a paper clip or something like that. There. So those 2 pieces are taken off, and you're left with this. So now to glue, and I didn't leave my glue upside down, so this is going to be a challenge. And it closed over. I love Eileen's tacky glue. It's my favorite glue. Sorry, there's a siren outside. Hopefully everything's okay out there. And I'm just going to let the glue run down the tube. So what we're going to do is we're going to glue up the side, and then we're going to glue the bottom flap up. So I've really got to work this glue. So I'm going to put a bead of glue down here. Maybe I put too much glue. I think I squeezed too hard, but we're just going to glue that like that. And then I'm going to glue the bottom flap up. And there you have your library pocket. And what I do to make that little indentation on the front, show you this again, to make this little, I take my circle punch And I got this at the thrift shop. And I just go about halfway in. I turn it upside down. Put it approximately in the center here. And just go about a half circle worth. And then you have your little indentation. Then what I do, I want to distress it. And because this has green on it, I'm taking my Shabby Shutters Tim Holtz Distress ink. And my inker thing here. It's probably not what it's called, but I'll just call it an inker thing. And I'm just gonna ink all around. So there you have a little library pocket ready to decorate. Now I can leave this as it is, or I can take another pocket and glue it on. So I made a bunch of these in different sizes, some with music paper, and that's this one, some with book pages, and some with the drawer liners, all different sizes. I just cut random rectangles out, and then I'll see which ones fit together. So I can make something like this out of these. I'll just set that aside. And I have this little one here, these two. This one's made out of a little piece of half a sheet of music paper. It was a smaller book, and this one. And because I'm going to glue this one down here and make a layered one. So I'm going to take my hole puncher here. I'm going to cut that out. I'm just going to distress that spot in the top that didn't get distressed yet. So there we have it. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to glue this down on here like this. Now, for this one, I'm just going to use my Elmer's glue stick. Glue this all around. And try and center that. And I didn't put one of these in this one. I found it just looks to be too much when you do that, but you can choose to do that or not. It's up to you. And I just fit that on. And now we can decorate that. So I have a little container here where I make snippets. So I put various pieces of lace and trim and fabric. I cut them out and I just cheesecloth. I use whatever. I just grab a bunch of materials, cut them up, and make these little snippets. So I have them ready to go. This one has some cheesecloth and burlap. So I have them ready to go when I need them. I think I like this little piece of lace here. So I picked one of these, and I'm just going to put that on the front like that. So to do this, I'm using Aleene's. It's the same name as a tacky glue. And I'm going to take some of this because it's fabric. And I'm just going to put a generous little amount of that on there. And put this on here. Then I'd like something on top of that. So I have Tim Holtz paper dolls. And I might try to find something. There's a cute one. It's a dog. I think I'll put that down there. You can see it's a little dog. I really like that. Looks like maybe an American Bulldog. Not sure. Because this is fabric, I'm going to put some more of the Eileen's fabric there. And there you have a little library pocket that you can attach to a journal page. So I'll do a couple more and have some variations. Now this one, I'm going to take 3 different library pockets that I made. It's a music sheet, a book page, and another book page. And as you can see, I've distressed them already. And I need to make a little hole on this one, or a hole, the little indent. So I'm just gonna do that. And then I'm going to distress this area because it's not distressed yet. I got more on my hand than I did on the paper there, but that's okay. Hands can be washed. And I think I'm going to put these on, kind of stagger them, and put them on in a different way. So then if I took one of these, I can show you that. So we have a pocket there, and then the big pocket there. So I'm just going to take these, take my glue stick again, or you can use your Eileen's or whatever glue you have on hand. And I find the glue sticks are good for gluing paper on paper. And there. And that one, I like it the way it is, although we can decorate it. I'm just trying to think what I want to put on it. I have a flower. And maybe a little butterfly? How does that look? Not too fancy. I could always put, just gotta open this. It's closed with some tape. Now I can't get the tape off my finger. Okay, maybe put some of this lace across the bottom. Could do that. And then add the flower and the butterfly. I think that's what I'll do. So I'm just going to roughly measure this. And to do this, I'm going to use the Fabric Fusion glue. I don't need a lot because this is quite thin trim. Just dresses it up a bit. There's that. Then I'm going to take my Eileen's. I got to work on it. Just kind of put that there. and the sweet little butterfly. Be there. So that's another one that you can do. I'll set this aside someplace safe so it can dry. And I was going to do one more. Thinking about doing a large one of these with a couple of these. And I've got some different trim I think I'm going to put on this. These are vintage. And I don't think I was just in frame showing you these. So there's some trim I got at the thrift shop. Just going to cut that so it's straight. Maybe I'll just make a few strips down. And cut that. And I'll take some of this one. And I'll just measure one against the other. And do I want a lighter color? I think so. Okay, so I'm just going to place these on here, overlap them a bit, maybe like that. I think that would look pretty. Okay, so again, I'm going to use my Fabric Fusion. Got this at Michael's. Online is another place that I get craft supplies. Sometimes Wish, it's an online store. And I get some things for pretty inexpensively. Some really neat, if you look up junk journaling, you can find some pretty neat supplies on there. So I'm going to put that down there. Overlap this slightly. My hands are getting all wet from the glue, but it will really stick down there. And just put some on this to overlap. And overlap that like that. Then I'm wondering, I have some kind of old-fashioned seam binding here. Just kind of wondering. I think I'll leave it the way it is. So it's still wet. It's going to be wet for a while. But then I have these other two that maybe I'll put on. I'll glue this on with the Fabric Fusion because I'm gluing it to fabric. This glue I just bought and I'm really liking it. it does stay wet for a little while. So you got to let your things dry. There's that. I got this. I have to put a little hole in it. Just organize myself here. Oops, that didn't really cut out very well. Let me try that again. Okay, I ripped that, but luckily I have another one. Let me try to get this one without ripping it. It's pretty fragile, the paper. There we go. That one worked. And I might stagger that one a little bit like that. I think I can use this glue because it's mostly sticking to paper. There's that. I think I still would like to have a little bit of an embellishment here. I'm wondering if I should put some lace across there. Let me see. I got all this lace at the thrift shop. I'm really excited about it, all of it, my purchases. And maybe I'll put that there. So, where did I, okay, here. Got that there. And I'm wondering, maybe that's too much. I think that might be enough on there now. But, oh, I like that. I'm going to put this button on there. So for this, I'm going to use my Eileen's Tacky Glue. I've put a generous amount of glue on there. And there. Let me know what you think. I like that. And we'll put it over here to dry where it'll be safe. And let's make another one. Maybe this one with this one. Yeah, I think I'll do this. So again, I'm going to cut a little hole in there. Half a circle. I'm going to ink it. And use my glue stick here. It's an Elmer's glue stick. Really try and get a lot of glue onto there. And just kind of center that on there. Now, I could put another one here. I think that's what I'll do, even though I have two of these. See, I don't really like the look of that, but I'm going to go ahead and put this one on too because I really like the look of the overlap. So I'm going to take the glue stick again. And there you have the 3 pockets there. There. And there. And this one, I think I'm going to use up some snippets that I have here. Let me find the perfect one. I think I like this one. It has a lot of different fabric cheesecloth on. I'm going to put that there, and I'm going to take my Fabric Fusion. Let me see which side I want up. I think I want this side. So I'm going to put a generous amount on there because we really want this to stick. And I have a heart here, little wooden heart. I have a butterfly too. You can see that. I think I'll put the heart on there. And when I make my snippets, I staple them together. You could sew them or glue them. I staple mine. It's easy. And this covers up the staple. I'm using my Fabric Fusion again. And it's not working. Let me take some Elmer or some tacky glue and we'll try that. You just got to kind of experiment and play around sometimes with your glue. I'm going to squeeze that down and I'm going to put it aside to dry. So that's that one. So as you can see, we've done a lot of different ones here. And then the final 2, I might do this one. And this one as well. So, yeah. I like that idea. And I think I'm going to make a snippet right now, or what I call snippets. I'm just going to take some of this, little rectangle of that. Some of this. And some of this. And some of my white. I make a mess when I craft. I really do. And just kind of, these ones I made a little small. Make a bunch of little snippets. I'll glue those down. Kind of an ombre effect. And then I have if I can get them out of the package, I have these little gems that I got at the dollar store. They're sticky back. So I'm just going to take one of those. The sticky didn't come off that. There we go. And I'm going to place that right in the center. And put that, and then of course I didn't, I'm going to have to glue this on here because I didn't glue that yet. So as you can see, these are really easy and fun to make. I just, I went into my craft room and I took out a bunch of different, you know, elements that I wanted to use that would go together. And I just started crafting, and I'm just gonna see if I can do this one here. I'm really doing things backwards right now. You know what, that one's not gonna have one of those little divots in it. It's just gonna be like that. So there's that one. And I have one more set left, and let's do this. It's a music sheet here, music sheet envelope. Let's see if I can do this. Good. My hands are getting really sticky from all this glue. This here, I did have some little snippets of fabric that kind of go with this. You know what? Maybe instead, I'm going to take, I have stencils here. So love